On at the break. Well, it's lunchtime, but it's never a dull moment around here. So we're going to be talking about building a relationship with banks and institutions. People want to know how to get, let me turn this a little bit. People want to know how to get those $10,000 credit cards, $25,000 credit cards. There's no trick. There's common sense. You want to build a relationship. And you're saying to yourself, well, how do I build a relationship? You can open a bank account. You can get a prepaid card from that bank and deposit a couple $100 here, every pay, put it in an account. And basically, what you want to do, you don't want to spend a lot of money that's in that account. You want to spend less than 30%. So by you keeping that money in that account and they see the activity, what's going to happen is they're going to watch it over time. And then they're going to say, you know what? I want to give this person a credit card. Then they're going to look at your income. But the main thing is how you spend money. That's the game. They will give you that $10,000 card. They will give you that $5,000 card. But they want to see how you spend. What are your spending habits like? American Express does it. Visa, MasterCard does it. They do it. But you have to be sensible and say, okay, I'm going to set a discount up in that account. And then when you do that, you are building a relationship. Open a savings account. It works. You have to think. There's prepaid cards. If you know that bank deals with credit cards, the first thing you want to do is get a prepaid card. The prepaid card is going to monitor your activities. And people, I don't mean, I know some people can't afford it, but if you put, let's say $200 to $300 or more in a prepaid card account, and you let it sit, and you might use it for a little bit of gas here, a shirt there, or whatever, but you don't want to go over 30%. They're watching it. This is how banks work. Banks want to see how much you spend. If they see that you're not spending hardly nothing, they say, you know what, this person must have some money. So we want to give this person a loan. We want to give this person a card. No, I've gotten loans based on how I spend, my spending habits. I've gotten credit cards based on my habits. And in my videos, my quote is, let the banks chase you. The reason why is because what you don't understand is a lot of people are out there shopping. They're doing this, they're spending money, they're abusing their cards. Banks watch that. Why do you think banks won't give you no loan? Why do you think banks won't give you no credit card? Why do you think institutions will say, oh, you know what? We don't want to give you this card, but we're going to give you that card. I'm going to give you a prime example. In 2018, I went and bought a Jeep. Went to the car lot. Guy looks at my credit. He says, Mr. Kirby, come on with us. So we go out. I mean, me and my wife are there, right? So I like this used car. I mean, this used car, I was really feeling that used car. I wanted that used car. Well, it was a Jeep. He was like, nah, you don't want that. I said, what are you talking about? I don't want that. I said, this is the one I want. It was nice and sparkly. It had some kind of gray spark. I said, I like that Jeep. This man would not sell me that Jeep. So then he goes back to his supervisor. All of a sudden, the price rise from $14,000 all the way up to like 39, 40,000. I said, wait a minute, you just said it was 14,000. They didn't want me that Jeep. They didn't want that. I'm gonna tell you what they wanted. They wanted me in a lease, a $49,000 lease Jeep. I didn't want that Jeep, but they wanted me to have that Jeep because when they do leases, they get more bonuses out of it. It wasn't about what I wanted. It was about what they could make money off of. Then you got to look like this. They ran the credit. These places know you already. These places watch your activity. They look on your credit report to see how your spending limits, your spending activity. So they know that, okay, with this person, they looked at me as someone, they say, okay, we can give this person this lease, and guess what? They're going to pay it. We don't have to chase them down. We don't have to do this, do that. They're going to pay it. So the reason why they didn't give me that car, I wanted a used car, because they could get more out of me because I was a good candidate for credit. The problem with most people is that they look at the smaller picture instead of looking at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is this. The bigger picture is that you have to change your spending habits. If you know you're going after, even women or a man, if you know you're going out there, you're going to do some shopping. It's the holidays, you're going to do some shopping. Use cash. Use 90% cash. Because then you won't mess your cards up, number one. You know? And your credit, your credit cards and your credit is a tool to get you further in life. It's an investment. And as long as you treat that investment the way it should be treated, you will have anything you want. You'll get offers in the mail for credit cards, for loans, bigger offers. As you go along and you're doing everything you're supposed to do, you'll get bigger offers. But if you're swiping your card and you're not caring, you're not going to get nothing. You're always going to have bad credit. And then even if you turn your credit around, your score is going to sink. And that's another thing I want to talk about. A sinking score. I'm going to give you a trick. I'll tell you something. Let's say you got some debt. And you're like, there's no way I'll be able to pay all this off. Guess what? The law stipulates that you can give a creditor $5 at a time. That $5, thank you very much, Edison. The thing is if you're paying that creditor $5 or $10 a month, guess what? It's going to take forever for you to pay it. But guess what's going to happen? Your score's going up. Use your debt as a tool. Don't let your debt sit there. You use it as a tool. Give them $5, $10. Because guess what? As it gets paid off, your points are going up. The score is rising. So you can actually use your debt as a financial tool. That's a lot of channels don't give you the broader information that you need. Did you know every time you make a payment on your debt, or your credit cards, or anything that's on your credit report, you get awarded points? It could be $5. It's not the amount that you're paying. It's how many times you pay it. Look, listen, let's say you owe, let's say you want to do 3 payments a month, $5 each. You're going to get points for every turn, every single turn. You want to see your points go up weekly, time after time after time? Break it down. Start doing that. If you can, pay your stuff early. We talked about that in another video, where your interest will go down and you still receive more points. So there's so many different tools you can use, and it's not about somebody giving you the tool. You can design your own program where you say, okay, I'm gonna give this creditor $5. I'm gonna give that creditor $10. And I'm gonna pay my credit card early, a couple days early, so I can take down the interest. The earlier, the more interest comes off. And then what a lot of people don't understand, the earlier you pay it off, you pay on it, excuse me, the more points you get. So it's always about the way you're doing things. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Creditors see you paying early, they like that. They're gonna say, you know what? I want to give this person a credit card. You have to think sensible. There's more to credit than removing items, than doing this and doing that. There's certain things you have to put in place. Your debt's not going to be around forever. I'm saying, start calling these companies asking for a settlement. Because most companies will give you a 50% settlement. Now, if the debt is too big, and you say there's no way I'm going to be able to pay that off, fight it. Because the law stipulates if you have a debt on your credit report and it's over 7 years, it can be removed. You don't have to wait 7 years. It can be removed before that. Let's say you want to do your own credit. Let's say there's something on it that's bugging you. There's multiple ways, there's multiple laws you can use. Now there's a new law, right, under COVID-19, right? Because the debt is so much, you can use the COVID-19 law, which 90% of the time they'll remove that item on your credit if it's under COVID-19. They don't know. You can say, hey, well, listen, I'm not doing too good. I'm not making that much money, and I need it removed. Hold on 1 second here. I have it on my desk here. You write to them. What the work is this? That's the wrong file. Hold on 1 second. I have it right here. I was just looking at it. There's so many different things. And I'm going to tell you about demand letters. I mean, not demand letters, but can't find it. When writing to the credit bureaus, right? You don't need no special letter. You can say, listen, hey, you can say, I demand this be removed. Because let me tell you something. There's a computer system that takes these letters, all the letters, and it reads them. You don't have to have a 609. You don't have to have a 603. You can write it out. You can say, hey, I want this item removed because it's irritating me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And say, I'm trying to start over. I need a fresh start. And the computer reacts to the language. It's not about the form. It's about the specific language you use. Now, I don't mean now, people. I don't mean right. You better take this off, or a whole bunch of customers, this and that. No, you don't want to do that. You want to be specific and precise. You want to say, "Hey, I want this off. It's messing my life up. I want to be able to move on." And then under what you say, you write in the company's name, the account number, and if there's another company that took it over, right, you want to write that first. Then the company that the debt belongs to, on the right-hand side, all the way to the right. So once you've done that, the computer reads it. 90% of the time, the computer will remove that item because the computer don't understand what you're saying. The computer don't know. Only thing the computer recognizes is different forms. But if you say it with your own words, 90% of the time, it'll come off. That's just a little trick I've learned through the years. Let's get back to creating a relationship with banks and institutions and credit card companies. If you know your credit is not that great and you're trying to build a relationship with the bank, the first thing you want to do, you want to get their, number one, you want to get their prepaid card. Number two, you want to get a bank account with them, because that's going to show that you're trying to build a relationship. Like I said, by doing that, it lines you up to get a bigger credit card in the long run. Now, usually it takes 6 to 8 months. It took me about a good 8 months, 8.5 months to get a regular credit card. So it's not about any fancy tricks or anything like that. It's about you building a relationship with that institution. Any institution, if they want to see a relationship, they want to see spending habits. Now, let's get down to the good stuff. Let's say you want 84 to 100 points, and you want it in 7 to 14 days. Now, you say, now, I know you're listening now. The easiest way to do that, and the fastest way to do that, would be secure cards. People say, I want to get a trade line. Trade lines can take from 20 to 49 days. The reason why, because the banks have to post them. With a secure card, it's a secure card. Now, you don't want to get a secure card that's going to leave you a hard inquiry. You don't want that. You know what I'm saying? You want to deal with a company that's not going to give you a hard inquiry, a company that's fast, 7 to 14 days. And then what happens is you're going to gain more points out of that secure card. You're going to gain 30 points a month almost. On top of that, you're going to get, when you first open the cards, right, you're going to get from 84 to 200 points. That's if you do 2 cards. If you do 1 card, it's going to give you from 42 to 100 points. And as long as you take care of those cards and do what you're supposed to do, you're going to see points. It's going to be lovely. Now, you want to have, also, it's very important, people. It's very important that you have mixed credit. Mixed credit is retail and banks and financial institutions. That means you want some secure cards, you want some retail like a Figure Hut or like a jeweler's club, because you want it balanced. Your credit, you want the credit to be balanced. The reason why, because when you're issued points, one thing will give points one time, another time, and the other one will give, so it'll be balanced out where you get points from everything. Now, not just points. Financial institutions look at if your if you if your credit is balanced and if you have mixed credit. Example, let's say you go for a house. First thing they want to see if you got mixed credit. They're going to see what's on there. It's not just about your score. It's about how you are doing. Now, and another thing what that does is with your interest rate, you want your interest rate to be good. So I said, I hear all the time people say, "Hey, I wanna go out and get a nice house, but um, I want to hurry up." My, they say, "Oh, my score is 620, 640," and they get the worst interest rate. In order to get a good interest rate, you want your credit to be at 720. Between 700 and 720, it's a great interest rate. So you don't want to rush. All good things come to those who wait. Plain and simple. So let's see what we got here. Now, let's say you don't get your. Now, a lot of people have told me that I got a couple people said they got the report. Some people didn't. TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, they're all behind. Some people are getting reports, some people are not. Some people are getting updates. If you haven't received your credit reports by now, what you can do, you can go on Experian and you can email me your reports or let me know, text me, let me know, and I can reach out to them because they are late. I mean, but like I said, a lot of people said they're starting to come in now, so that's a good thing. So if you haven't, right, you should see your report. You should see your reports this week coming up because I know a lot of people get them. So that's a good thing. Another thing too, credit cards. Do not, for any circumstance, send your credit card back. If you feel as though you don't want that card, the best thing to do is just hold on to it. Don't send it back because that will destroy your credit. That's very, very vital to your credit. Never close it. Never close an account and never send it back. Because that's the worst thing you can do. Listen, I've had people call me up and say, "Hey, my score went down 80 points." And you know what? I told them in the beginning, do not close your account. Some people don't listen. Some people say, "You know what? I could do it." Maybe Mr. Kirby is wrong. No. I research all my information. I don't like to be wrong. That's why when I tell you you're going to get from 42 to 100 points from a secure card, it's going to happen. Now, let me make sure that you understand this. Not from any secure card. Capital One gives only 25 points. That's nothing. You want something that's going to give you a big punch to your credit. Some secure cards only give you 9 points. You don't want that. You want something. Listen, in order to get your money's worth, you want a secure card that's not going to report a hard inquiry. You want a secure card that's going to give you a good amount of points, and you want a secure card that's going to keep on giving, like Santa Claus. Keep on giving a gift. So let's talk about Self-Lender. Self-Lender is excellent. Self-Lender can get you between 30 to 70 points. Now, Self-Lender is a CD that you're paying into. Yeah, so Yeah, that's a good idea. Um, so yeah, back to self-lender. So self-lender is a CD that you pay into that after time you get that money back. But you're using it, your score is going up while you're making those payments. Now, self-lender has different plans. The more you put on your card, the more but what the more you're gonna what the more points you're gonna see. But I tell people start at the bottom, start at $25 because things happen in life. You know, something might come up where you can't make that extra payment. You see what I'm saying? So you want to be sensible when you on your way up to the top. You want to be sensible. You want to use apps and websites that's going to guarantee those points. Now, if you haven't received the master list, you can get it from me. If you're not a client, you can still get it free. So you can text me at 610-470-8992. I'll be more than happy to send it to you. And if you have friends, send it to your friends because everybody deserves good credit. Now, another thing too. Most people have businesses. If you have a business and you're trying to get your business credit score up, there's a list of vendors that you need to be spending a little bit of money here, a little bit of there, or because when you have a business, you need tools, you need pens, you need business cards, you need different things. If you have a business and you're just sitting back and you're not ordering these things, you're not considered a real business. Dun & Bradstreet and the Better Business Bureau monitors your spending habits. And these places report your activity. So there's a list that I give to clients that have a business or whatever. And I tell them, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can spend 20 here 1 month, 20 there, 20 there, because they have to report that. And when they report that, you get points. They report all your activity. So if you have a business, the list is great because you need these vendors. Because if you have a legit business, you need these vendors. Now, when you have a business, they look at your personal credit. Lots of people get on YouTube and say, "Oh, well, you got your business, your business, your business credit has to be good first." No, that's incorrect because your personal credit is the cosigner for your business credit, and sometimes you can get into the hype of listening to so many people that you are getting the wrong information. Anywhere you go to apply for a loan, get a car, and you have a business, they look at your personal credit first. Now I'm gonna give you a little I'm gonna give you a little gift. If you're trying to get a car, get an LLC. Put it under your business. It's going to give you a great discount, and it's going to help you with your credit score. So that will help you get the car you want. And it will lower your down payment tremendously. Let's talk about websites. Every business needs a website. You got to have a website. If you don't have a website for your business, I suggest you to get one. Because what it is this. You want your website circling in different search engines. This is going to get you more customers. Even if you're doing a small video on YouTube, do it. It's going to increase your business. It's going to increase your business, a lot. You'd be surprised how many customers I get from one video. And another thing, let's see. So You got debit cards, you got your credit cards, you pay your bills, you're asking yourself, what can I do next to increase my points? Debt. Debt will increase your score a lot. You can put $5 on a bill. It's like we spoke about earlier. This will increase your score as well. So there's multiple things. Now, let's talk about Experian. You want to add your bank account to Experian because it's going to monitor your activities. That's going to boost your score. Try the Experian Boost if you haven't yet. Utility bills. Your cell phone bill. So just listen, you pay 3 bills a month, it's going to increase your score. You're always going to get a boost with that. Then with all your other stuff, your credit cards, your retail items, that's going to increase your score. So your score is moving up. But the main thing you want is secure cars. That's going to increase your score. If you want to see your score move rapidly, right? Now I know most people can't do this. You want 5 secure cards. You can actually see 100 points or less, 100 points or less a month. That's going to move you. Now, when you get these secure cards, don't go secure card crazy. I'm saying let the card sit. But you might want to charge, let's say, charge $5 or $10 off of each card. You want to do that. The whole idea of getting these cards is to increase your score fast. You see? But now remember this. Don't get those cards if you don't know your APR. In order to get those 5 cards, you're going to need fair credit. So work your way up to fair credit, then get the 5 cards. You want your credit to be fair, or around 580 and up, because you don't want to get denied. You want to know your APR. Your APR. Listen, Experian will do a pop-up, and it'll tell you, hey, you're eligible for this card, this card, and this card. Those are the cards you have to get until they give you another score increase. Then you get more cards. So you don't have to do it 5 at one time. You can do it one at a time. And as you go along, you'll see those scores. You'll see your score get bigger and bigger. So there's so many different ways and tools you can increase your score, and you can have the points. Now, a lot of people say, "Oh, I will never get to 800." Listen, you'd be surprised. You can get to 800. You can. I mean, it's going to be tough. It's a tough road. But if you do what you're supposed to do and take the extra step, walk the extra mile, you can do it. It's not hard. Now, right now, I know a lot of people are dealing with financial situations, So you want to play your cards right. You don't want to you don't want to overextend yourself. There are free apps that could actually increase your score as well. So, yeah. If you look on the master list, I think there's a couple of free things on the master list that actually help you as well. I gotta leave. I got a meeting in 5 minutes, so I want to leave you with something else. Try to avoid paying late, and always check your credit, because a lot of times they make mistakes, And another thing too, let's say you're my client, and you say, well, Mr. Kirby, things is not going fast enough. Text me and say, Mr. Kirby, can you give me a 24-hour sweep besides the sweeps that I'm already getting. That's not a problem. Call me, text me, let me know. That's not a problem. I put your name down, and that same day I'll put the paperwork through. So that will also increase your score as well. Because see, a lot of times like we do sweeps, and you can actually do a secondary sweep by doing a 24-hour sweep. It takes 3 days to post, but that will also help you move the process a lot faster. So I gotta go. I have a baby. There's a sale this weekend. $89 for a credit sweep. Let's see here. Couples is $199 this weekend, and I think that's about it. Now, if you need a website, you can contact me at 610-470-8992. Our websites range between $99 to $199, depending on what you want on it. Depending on if you want, certain things. Also, if you're still interested in the IPO, text me. I'll give you the IPO. I'll give you the website so you can look it over first. And you want to see if it's for you. It's $2 a share. You can text me. You can text me at 610-470-8992. If you need if you need the master list, no problem. Text me 610-470-8992. Tell your friends. I'll be more than happy to listen, because everybody needs that extra step, that extra push. The master list can create up to 200 points or more. So it's a must you use that master list, because if you're trying to get your points up, you can. And I'm gonna tell something. I'm gonna tell a lot of people this too. By using the master list, right? Let's say, okay, you get a secure card and you get self-lender, but you say, you know what? That's not enough points. I want more. Double it. Double self-lender. Double Open Sky. That's let me see. Let's see. That's about 200 something points alone by itself. Because you're gonna let's see. So what? Let's see. 280. That's about 150 plus points. So there's so many different things you can do. And if you don't have that kind of money, just do it one step at a time. You don't have to rush. Make a goal. Say by 2021 March, I want to have a house. I want my school to be here. I want to do this. I want to do that. If you need more steps, or you're trying to figure out how, where do I go next? Text me 610-470-8992. I love goals. I love goals because when you have a goal, you have something to look forward to. I've got some customers to say, oh well, you didn't do this, you did that. The problem is with some customers is this: they're impatient. Now, once I do my paperwork, once I do all the things I'm supposed to do, it's up to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. If they're running slow, now on their website it says that they allow up to 90 days per filing. Now, what I do, I rush them. Now you might not get the reports on time, but the alerts, I make sure those alerts gets pushed. If you don't have patience, you're not going to see the bigger picture. A lot of people say, "Oh, I'm waiting and wait." Sometimes all good things come to those who wait. I just received about a week or two ago, a woman got her her information. She said she was happy. She said she got 115 points. You know, I got somebody else that went from 430 to 750 in 4 months. You know, I got people saying, "Hey, well, Lorenzo this, Lorenzo that," but you know what? There's always somebody negative. But you know what? It's okay, because guess what? I shouldn't have to beg you to get credit repair. I shouldn't have to beg you to be patient. You know, I got one woman, right? I see her constantly. She she's in a $250,000 home that she always wanted. You know what I'm saying? She came to me. She was living in the projects, and she said, "I want out of here." And now she's living in a nice neighborhood, beautiful neighborhood. And she said, "It was you that did this for me." And I told her, I said, "No, it wasn't on me. You did your part." And you know, when I help somebody like that, I love it. I love it because you know what? It's not just about getting your credit repaired. It's not about getting your items removed. Let me know step by step. You know, I got people now that text me and say, or email me and say, "Hey, Lorenzo, what's the next step? Lorenzo, what can I do here? What can I do there?" And I like that. I like that. The thing is that if you have a goal, you're not supposed to give up. I got people say, "Hey, I want a refund." And I told one lady, I said, "You're giving up?" The weak give up. Remember that. Because you know what they say? They say, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're going through, God has a plan. If you spend $99 or $199 to get your credit done, and you want to give up, guess what? Guess whose loss that is? It's not my loss. That's your loss. Because that's your future. That's your future. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then I got people saying, "Well, I've been here, I've been there, and my credit is not moving." And then what happens is, once they get all the information, they say, "Wow, you giving all this for $199?" The thing is, it's about information. I love giving information because this is what people need to expand their horizon, get to the goal, finish the goal, complete the goal, and get to where they're going. That's the key to life. Most credit repair companies don't have a master list. They'll just take your money and say, "Okay, well, we're going to remove this item, that item." No, it's more. You need more. That's why we supply the master list. We have a trade line list, and we also work on your credit. You need a combination. Listen, you need a healthy combination of different things. And this is what we supply. You know, and you know what somebody told me? Somebody said, "Hey, Lorenzo, you need to start charging for the master list." No, I don't want to do that because I'm here to help you. You know, I don't want to dig in your pocket. You know, you need that extra money because there's going to be things that you might need. There's going to be, you know, people have bills. There's different apps and websites. You might say, "Hey, you know what? I might need that for my credit." Most credit repair companies will charge you that $99 fee a month. By the time you get done paying that $99 fee for 6 months to a year, you have wasted a lot of money that you could have used that to raise your points, to actually build a mixed credit. So you have to ask yourself, what is my best course of action? And that's what it is. This is why I give out the information. And I tell people, before you before you start to even think about a trade line, think about all the other factors. And if you need a trade line later on that line, I have no problem with it. But I'd rather people get the secure cards and the self lender, because that's going to give you 150 points and up. Get that first, and then if you need the trade line, then say, okay, you know what? Okay, I need this trade line. But a lot of times people don't need trade lines. A lot of times they think they need trade lines, but they really don't. I gotta go because I know they're yelling. I got a late meeting I have to be to. I'm about 30 minutes late, but they'll wait. They have to wait. I'm the boss. So, let's see. There's something else I wanted to say. Oh, anyone that receives reports. Listen, I get this all the time. I had one woman call. She said her credit report's been on the top of her refrigerator for over a month. And I told her, I said, when we first started, I told you I need those credit reports. If you have your credit reports, send them to me immediately. If you need my address, text me 610-470-8992. If you don't want to mail them, you can actually email them. What else? Something else. I can't remember everything. So this weekend, I think I told everybody about the sale this weekend. If you're on my other Facebook, for some reason, Facebook has me shut down it's been a week. I've been trying to get on my other Facebook. I don't know what the issue with that is. They wanted my ID and phone number. I did speak to somebody from Facebook. They said they don't understand. They don't know why my Facebook is down. So I said, please. I said I need it up immediately. So please bear with Facebook. They're trying to fix the issue. But if you need anything, call me, text me. Especially, I know a lot of people are still going through, like if they have back rent issues or if you got a mortgage. There's a lot of organizations out there that still have funding. They did shut down the rent program. There's still $1.7 million in the rent program. I have no idea why they shut it down. They stopped taking applications. As soon as I get an update, I will post it. I will do a video about it, so you can go back to getting those, to put your application in. That's just for the state of Pennsylvania, but I'm sure other states still might be open. No matter what state you're from, if you text me your state and your name and you really need help, I will look into it for you. I have lots of nonprofit organizations that work with me. If you're interested in a federal grant, text me. We charge $199 for business grants and $99 for personal grants. They take from 30 days to 90 days. Right now, they're actually pushing grants through because of the whole COVID-19 issue. They know people need extra money. The grants are guaranteed unless, if denied, you get a full refund. Now, I think that's it. I'm so late. But what are you going to do? I'd rather give you the information first. So you can visit my website, which is www.kirby'screditkingdom.yolasite.com. If you missed the website or you didn't get it all, text me 610-470-8992, and I'll be more than happy to send it to you. If you want the master list, text me your email address, because it's considered spamming if I keep on putting the master list right in a text. And have a great day. Thank you.